You ain't gotta force me. I got my own manners.
Don't rush up on my kids. And don't rush at nothing that y'all don't pay for. You know you can't do that. By law. You wasn't supposed to go in my house at all.
We never did.
Shots fired. That is how this starts. Not a noise complaint, not a neighbor dispute. Gunfire in a residential neighborhood. And officers responding to it. A young man is limping near the scene. Witnesses point to him, not as the shooter, as someone who may have been the target. Officers stop him. He gives them partial information and then tries to leave. His name. That is all they want. His name. What follows is 25 minutes of one of the most legally complex interactions we have covered on this channel, because almost everyone in this video is right about something, and almost everyone is wrong about something. And the law sits uncomfortably in the middle of all of it. This is Savannah, Georgia, August 17th, 2022, and this is Proof on Record.
Man, what's going on? You get shot? You get shot?
I'm good. I'm good.
What happened? Hold up. You're limping, man. Slow down. What's going on? Hold up.
I don't know.
What's going on? What happened?
I don't know. I got to get my car.
Hold up a second. What's going on?
I don't know. It's all right. I don't know.
Bro. Okay. Patting you down, bro.
I ain't got nothing.
Don't walk off.
I got
Sir,
nothing,
sir, stop.
I got to go to my car.
Stop, man.
Hold up. Relax.
Listen, calm down. It's okay. We're not saying you did nothing, all right? We got gunfire. We got people pointing to you saying somebody was probably coming after you. We got to figure out what's going on.
Okay. You okay? You need to be in the car with me?
I got to get my mama car.
Where's
We'll
that?
get there in a moment.
Right there at the next door to Ebony house. Joe, go get that car. The keys in it.
Go get the car for 34. So
What's going on? You were in the area. What'd you hear?
I just heard the gunshots.
When?
Just now. Hello?
Do me a favor, just relax. Here, lean up against this car. Relax for a minute. Right over here, just lean up against it. What's going on? You gotta know something. You gotta know.
I don't know, bro.
Just relax.
I don't know. Just heard the shots.
What'd you see when you heard the shots?
Shit, it was just me with females.
You females?
And
Where?
3 little dudes. I don't even know.
You said little dudes, like kids?
Little dudes.
Teenagers?
Yeah.
What'd they look like?
I don't know. They ran on the side of the house. I don't know.
What house?
Oh.
From where?
Right there.
They ran up and around that way?
Mm-hmm.
Which way they go? Hey, stand up for me. Which way they go?
They went that way, towards the projects.
Towards 34, be advised the suspects may have run towards.
That's my son. What you need? He just got his shirt off. What's wrong?
Yeah, he's matching the description someone we're looking for. Give me a second.
He matching the description. That's my son. He wouldn't need what you
Okay.
What's his name? Because we ain't got no reason to run from nobody. What he need?
I ain't running. And, bro, no one said you're running. I'm Officer Stevenson. How you doing, man? I'm Officer Stevenson. That's it.
What's up?
Hey, so I got a call. We got some gun discharge over here. All I got is a black male, no shirt, walking this way.
He just took the shirt off.
In the car, just got out the car.
I believe you, 100%. I was told this by somebody else. Okay. So if Mom's willing to, I'll get her statement and her information and yours, and that'll be it.
The officer approaches a young man who is visibly limping near the scene of a shots fired call. He asks immediately if he was shot. The young man says he is good. He keeps moving. The officer slows him down. Watch what the officer does here. He does not accuse. He does not tackle. He says, "We are not saying you did anything." He explains the situation plainly. There was gunfire. People are pointing to you. We need to figure out what is going on. That is a textbook Terry stop. Under Terry versus Ohio, an officer who has reasonable suspicion that criminal activity is afoot may briefly detain a person to investigate. Reasonable suspicion requires specific, articulable facts, not a hunch, not a feeling, facts. In this case, the officer has a shots fired call, a limping young man near the scene, and witnesses pointing in his direction. That is enough. The stop is lawful. The young man eventually provides some information. He heard shots. He saw some teenagers. They ran toward the projects. He points the direction. The officer thanks him and lets him go. Then the radio crackles. Another young man matching the description has been spotted. No shirt. Just got out of a car. Just took his shirt off. The officer approaches him calmly. He explains there was a gun discharge in the area. He tells him he matches the description he was given. He says he believes him. He just needs a statement. So far, this is a lawful investigative stop based on reasonable suspicion. Clean, documented, on camera. Then the second young man arrives at the scene. And everything changes.
Oh, man. Let me get your name too as well, man.
No, back up. You ain't asking me shit. What am I
That man got a shirt on.
What am I
He got a shirt on.
shit?
Shirt on. He do not need to be. I got access.
For real, anybody y'all picking out?
We just give the name. That's it. We just got the name.
That's a child. You can't question him.
Where's his mom? Where's his mom?
I'm his sister. I'm his adult.
Where's his mom?
No, I'm the parent. That's him.
No.
Yeah, I'm the parent. That's him. You ain't gotta talk to him. You ain't even got no school club.
Y'all messing with me because I'm black.
Man, go in the house first before I turn up. For real, go in the house before I turn up. And I'm gonna be leaving in the police car. I promise you that.
Hey, go back. I'm talking to some chinning on. Look, they try to be no
What are you doing? What you doing? I need to
My man. You can stop. Come on.
Don't touch me.
Bro, don't touch me.
On scene with 23.
Touch me.
Back up, y'all.
Don't touch my brother.
Hey,
You ain't got no reason to even be out here. Your mama not even home.
move out of the way.
No, I just told you he got shit to do. My brother just came out of the house. You're not talking to him. You're not talking to him. I'm his parent. I'm his guardian. Don't talk to him.
It doesn't matter.
Be a child. Don't talk to him.
You tried that earlier today. It didn't work with the BOE. It's not going to work with us.
Where's your parents? You know what? Detain her. Get her identified. And get her over here towards the car.
Relax. Relax.
Trying to just chill out.
You're just being detained.
Just being detained.
You're just being detained.
Relax. Relax.
That's all. You're not going to jail. You're being detained.
22 Charlotte Run. We have one black male detained.
Stop trying to slip my cup.
You're not going to slip to those cuffs.
Thanks, son.
All you're going to do is going to hurt yourself. That's it. Okay. Just put it.
Hey, cuz, what the f*** you doing? Why don't you mad having me?
Pushing around on me.
I ain't pushing around you. I'm trying to check my face. You got me f***ed up. Yo.
23, the bond are going to use that white shirt back outside. You want to get?
Please. Take
Oh,
a seat.
okay. I thought you was going to say please.
Please take a Please. Sit down.
You ain't got to force me. I got
Sit
my
down.
own manners.
I've been asking you. I said please, and you won't move. So please
I don't got to
take a
move when
seat.
you want me
Yes,
to.
you will.
Please.
I ain't got to move when you
You
want me
do.
to. No, I don't.
Please.
I don't.
Please take a seat because I don't want to do this today.
All right, but stop trying to push me in this shit.
I'm not
I can
pushing
sit down
you.
by myself.
Then sit down.
Let me go then.
No.
No, I ain't staying down. You're going to have to sit me
Oh,
down
I'm
yourself.
upset.
I promise you that.
I really don't want to do this.
You don't
Just sit
do
down.
it. Then you going to have to. I
Just sit
promise
down.
you that you're going to have to.
Watch your head.
Go ahead, sit down. Go ahead, sit down.
Start me with supervisor.
She's just resisting.
How old is she?
Mom, I got that on court.
She's got obstruction already.
Yeah,
You'll end up in jail.
Calm down before you go to jail.
Did she kick you?
Man, no,
kick you?
because, no, what they had no right questioning
What's her name?
He had the shit to do with that shit tonight.
I'm just a neighbor.
Okay, I need you to leave out of here then. If you're a
Okay,
neighbor.
well, I'm waiting on her mama. Her
Okay.
mama. That's my sister. I don't
You can wait for her mom over there.
23 to bond or any of the units. That subject, white shirt, came back outside if you want to get him.
Hold on, gotta go. All right, hold on. Man, all we trying to do is get his information, get him ID. That's all we trying to do.
That's a minor.
That's it. Minor or not, I can still identify him.
know. His mom on the way.
And that don't make a difference unless I'm asking him questions that could incriminate him. Asking him who he is doesn't incriminate anybody. That's not how that works. If you have a law degree, then come talk to me.
That's all. Y'all don't have to worry about her going to jail.
What's your name?
I don't know. I don't speak English.
You need to get in the house.
That seemed pretty good English to me.
He out here playing.
But you trying to block me out, fool.
See, you should never came back outside. Why did you even come back out the door, first of all?
TJ just told me that.
Stay, sit
Okay,
down.
but listen, you still supposed to stay your ass in the house.
Hold on.
Now you got to get in there.
What y'all touching me
You're
for?
getting detained now since you don't want ID yourself.
All right, but y'all just detained
Y'all
right to the
touching me
door.
for?
You're being detained, I already told you.
How you gonna arrest them after not being done?
Detained, not arrested.
And you need to shut the f*** up.
And here go, love, bro. You had your chance to do all that. You had your chance to do that.
I'm still not spelling out my name on my mom.
Ma'am, he's being detained because he failed to identify himself.
Look, bro, why you batting me down, though, bro?
You gotta make sure ain't no narcotics.
I ain't
or
even
nothing
do
like
nothing
that,
because they
man.
still
He's
trying to figure out my
detained
name,
right
and
now,
I won't
that's
tell
all.
them my name.
That right there, he's
I'm not
gotta
telling
give
y'all
us
my
his
name.
name.
I don't care about
You're
all that,
required by law
brother.
to.
That's fine. I'm tripping.
You're required to, man.
I don't got to tell y'all shit. I know my rights, brother. You tripping.
Your rights are one thing, but you're breaking the law right now. Obstruction. Okay, failure to identify yourself in public housing.
Okay. So, if he won't give us his info, let's at least try to get mom's info to give her a call.
Mom was on the way,
Unscrew this.
and then try to go, well, y'all can't question him. I said, no, I'm trying to identify him, not question him.
That's it.
The officer asked for the second young man's name. Simple request. 4 words. The response is no. And then his sister arrives and she inserts herself between the officers and her brother immediately. She identifies herself as his parent. She tells them not to talk to him. She starts pulling him toward the house. Now here is where we need to slow down and be legally precise, because this moment has layers. The sister is not the parent. She is the older sibling acting as babysitter. Under Georgia law and standard law enforcement procedure, when officers want to question a juvenile in a way that could be incriminating, they need a parent or legal guardian present. That is a real protection. It exists for good reason. It protects juveniles from being questioned without adult guidance at the most vulnerable moment of a police encounter. But there is a critical distinction the sister does not know, and that the officers correctly understand. Identification is not questioning. Asking a juvenile for their name does not incriminate them. It does not require a parent to be present. The Fifth Amendment protection against self-incrimination does not extend to providing your name during a lawful detention. That distinction has been upheld in courts consistently. Asking who are you is not the same as asking what did you do. The sister does not know this. And her response, physically blocking the officers, pulling her brother, yelling, creating a scene that draws a crowd, is driven by something the law has to take seriously, even when it cannot legally accommodate it. This family has been through something. The officer tells her she is being detained, not arrested, detained. He explains it calmly. You are not going to jail. You are just being detained. Relax. She does not relax. She resists sitting in the car. She argues. She demands answers. And the situation escalates until she is formally detained for obstruction. Under Georgia Code Title 16, Chapter 10, Section 24, obstruction of a law enforcement officer occurs when a person knowingly and willfully hinders or obstructs an officer in the lawful discharge of their official duties. Physical interference with an officer attempting to identify a suspect during a lawful detention meets that standard. Her actions, stepping in front of officers, pulling her brother, blocking the doorway, physically resisting being seated in the patrol car, all of it falls within that definition. But let us name what is also true. She is a young woman who has watched her sister get body slammed by police for walking home from school. She has watched an officer draw a weapon on her brother while he was standing in his own doorway. She is not obstructing justice out of disrespect. She is obstructing out of terror. And those two things can both be true at the same time. The law does not have a terror exemption, but proof on record is not going to pretend the terror is not real.
Ma'am, this is Detective Bond with the Savannah Police Department. Are you close by, ma'am? You're on. Your son matched the description of someone that we had just a couple of blocks from here and did not want to identify himself, tried to run. I'm assuming this is his sister over here as well. Ma'am, I get that they may have bad experiences, but when somebody matches the description of something that we were given, especially in close proximity and close time frame for what we had, they can't just up and run whenever we make the stop. That's why I was trying to get them to understand, but your son right now is detained due to failure to identify. Okay. Ma'am.
Hey you, don't take son to the jail.
We're not taking anybody to jail right now, my buddy. It's okay. Okay? But, man, he still is not free to walk away. He is still not free to not identify himself. And we do need to get his information. We need to get your daughter's information as well. Can you help me out with their information? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Mom is pissed. Mom is pissed, but she is on the way.
She was over there.
She said she's almost here.
The mother arrived a few minutes later.
Why did y'all knock on my door?
Okay.
They didn't knock on your door. That's the thing. They said the key
All right.
outside. Walked up and asked him what's his name.
All right, so this is what we got.
First of all, I'm gonna stop you right there. Don't rush into shit. Y'all don't pay for shit. Don't rush into the house and grab nothing that belonged to me. If it was a problem, you should have asked one of my neighbors. Let my neighbors call me, and I would have came over here with no problem. Don't rush up on my kids. And don't rush at nothing that y'all don't pay for. You know you can't do that by law. You wasn't supposed to go in my house at all.
We never did.
Man,
He came back out.
I got a video of all that
Number one. Number two, we had a shots fired incident really close by. Your son matches the description along with somebody else. The other guy wound up stopping and cooperating and giving us his info. We needed to talk to your son and get his info and get your info. And
you need my information
is this your, because we're
both
talking to your
of them
son.
are mine, and you got them in a car for what?
Because she was trying to help him run away. She was trying to prevent us from talking to him. She was trying to prevent
She's the guardian when I'm not here.
Doesn't matter. She does not have that right to prevent us from talking to
So
him.
if I have a problem with you guys, because you guys have literally picked on me, one of you guys have literally been standing in my doorway. I'm standing in my door and minding my business, and one of your officers pull out a gun on me, turn around, and another officer body slam me. You think I'm not gonna run from all y'all?
I don't know nothing about what happened with that. What I'm saying is that your son matched the description that we were given of a serious incident. So yes, we had to stop him. When we find somebody matching that description, ma'am, they are not just free to go.
Let them out the car.
No, we need to get their information first.
No, you can let them out the car.
No,
They're
ma'am.
not gonna give you the information because I don't trust y'all.
That is not how that works, ma'am. We have got to get their information. We've got to get everything taken care of. Can you please just help us out?
Stevenson know all my kids.
We also need their information.
He knows all of their information.
Okay, hang on.
That's right.
How old is she?
Why?
We need to know how old she is, ma'am.
She's of legal age to have a right to with his say so when I'm not here.
That's not what I'm asking for. Is she 18 or older? 17 or older?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and get the paperwork started for misdemeanor adult 1095 on the obstruction. So that way we can get her identified and then we can get her out of here. And then she'll just have her time in court.
Have her time in court for what?
Obstruction.
What is obstruction? How is that obstruction if she's checking on her brother?
Preventing us from talking to him,
He's not
helping
going
him
to
get
talk
away.
to you.
We still need to identify him. She
Okay.
physically barred us from being able to figure stuff out. And then she also was refusing to identify herself when she was detained because of how she was
If she
behaving.
says that's my brother, it should have been in discussion. Then you should have
is
said,
not.
okay, well, this is the situation, and explain something to her. She's going to be protected
She
about
was
this.
she was out here when we explained everything to her about what happened.
No, I'm going to let my turn out of this car.
The detective calls the mother. He explains the situation. Her son matched a description. He would not identify himself. Her daughter is detained. She arrives, and she comes in with receipts. She tells the officers, do not rush into her house. Do not grab things that do not belong to them. She has video, she knows the law, and then she starts laying out the history. An officer drew a weapon on her son while he was standing in his own doorway. Another officer body slammed her daughter while she was walking home from school. Her daughter was pushed against a wall and had bruises on her face. She stood in between her screen door and her front door doing nothing wrong, and an officer pulled a weapon on her. The detective says he does not know anything about those incidents, and that is the problem. He does not know, but she knows. Her children know. And every decision her family made in this interaction flows directly from what they know about what happens when they cooperate with the people standing in front of them right now. This is what the research on procedural justice consistently shows. Communities that have experienced documented patterns of police violence do not extend the benefit of the doubt during stops. They cannot afford to. And when officers enter those communities expecting cooperation without acknowledging that history, they are asking for trust that has not been earned and may have been actively destroyed. The detective explains his position. Her son matched the description. The other young man, who was also stopped, cooperated immediately and was let go. Her son did not cooperate and is still detained. That sequence of events is legally accurate. Cooperation has direct practical consequences in an investigative stop. The law is not wrong about that, but the mother asks the question that cuts through all of it. Why did he not tell you who he was? And the detective answers honestly, trust me, you know, he knows. That is the whole case in 3 sentences. The law required identification. The history in that community made identification feel like a risk. And a young man made a choice that cost his sister a court date.
Can we get her name and her date of birth so we can...
No, because y'all not about to lock my child up for some bullshit.
Right now,
no.
it's a misdemeanor. She's not going to jail. No, she keeps trying to break my window. Then we're looking at something different.
A misdemeanor for what? It's not obstruction. It's not obstruction if I step in. But if I step in and I'm the parent and I'll be like, oh, this, and that, and I push my child out the way.
If you're physically touching an officer to get him out of the way, to stop him, yes.
So you mean to tell me if you're this close and I step in and I do this,
first
and push
off,
my child.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I get you were trying to explain, but don't do that.
Is that your name? Okay.
Okay.
Yukara? Did I pronounce that right?
Close enough.
Okay.
But when she does that, yes, it is obstruction. Especially since always.
Since when?
Whenever somebody hinders us from completing our investigation, that's obstruction. Whether they hinder us, that is obstruction. She physically hindered. She didn't just say oh no, somebody's not here, and then we have to go and look for somebody else. She physically hindered, as well as yelling and screaming about how we're gonna have to take her to jail and how she's gonna mess somebody up today. She did it. We tried to get her over here. We tried to just detain her, sit her in the car. She wants to resist sitting in the car. I don't know why.
Yes. Okay, so this is what I'm not understanding. The same example I just gave you, I have done that plenty of times. So I'm not understanding how is that obstruction. As a matter of fact, I have uncles that work for you all, and I've done it to them. I have done it to officers that came out here. I get right in the middle and push and do just like this. So how is that obstruction? And nobody said
but I guarantee you never touch me.
I don't even know you.
I know you don't. I know you don't. Hopefully.
I seen you this morning with the bullshit.
With the bus,
and that's why I came and got them then.
Right. But she was doing the same thing then. She was trying to identify as their parent. Not as their sister, as their parent. As their guardian.
Well, technically...
I get that she's babysitting, and I get that she's old enough to watch them when you're gone. I 100% get that. But with BOE and with us, when it comes to juveniles, we need their parent. Not their brother and sister that's of the age, not their babysitter, their parent.
Oh, because I was told they can talk to her if I'm not around because she's on his paperwork.
As a legal guardian. If she provided that paperwork as a legal guardian, that's great.
No, I just know she's on all the paperwork for them to emergency contacts. She's on the paperwork.
Emergency contact is still different. It's still different. I could put you as my emergency contact.
Oh no, but I mean she literally goes to the school if I can't make it. If they have parent-teacher meetings, her and my son are on their paperwork to do anything.
Well, that's what BOE was saying today, and it's the same with us. When we deal with juveniles, we have to deal with parents or legal guardians. That's just how it is. I get that she's babysitting. Now, if it was just a question of somebody was like, hey, can you check on these kids? Their mom's not there. And we knocked on the door and we saw her there. and nothing was going on, of course that's fine. That's no problem at all. Because she's able to watch him, she's legally able to watch him. She's of age, she's of sound mind. But when she identifies as a parent, that's different. When it comes to this, when it comes to investigations and we have to deal with actual parents and guardians, we have to deal with actual parents and guardians, not brothers or sisters, even if they are of age. She was 42. We still would need you to deal with the kids.
Well, that's different because last time they were talking to her and she called me until I pulled up. So that's why I'm confused about everything.
You're talking about this morning?
No, period. If I'm not here and something's happening and I get a phone call to come see what's going on, they're talking to her. So I'm confused.
Well, I don't know why, because she inserts herself into it. This morning, she came up, I don't know where she came from. She came up and was saying that she was the parent and guardian and trying to pull
because that's how she's listed.
She's not listed as a parent.
Well, she's not listed as a parent, but she's listed as the guardian.
We were looking for a parent. We tried to calm her down. We were trying to calm her down today. We didn't want to put her in cuffs.
She's going to do that.
She's not going to do it.
I tried to explain to detectives. She has 4 encounters. One was when she was in school. She's walking down the street. I guess something happened at one of the stores over there in Garden City. She just got to school. I'm literally on the phone with her, talking to her. Whatever happened, she didn't have nothing to do with it, and she was walking down the street. Officers came up and she said, well, I don't know what's going on back there. I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm going home. She's about to pick me up. They grabbed her, picked her up, and body slammed her, and then turned around and put her back. She was out here and the incident happened, and she was just standing there. They told her, she was like, well, I don't have nothing to do with it. I'm just standing here. Officer grabbed her again and pushed her up against the barbell, so she had bruises and stuff on her face. So at this point, she doesn't trust anybody. With him, he literally standing in between my screen door and my door, and one of your officers took and did like this, and then she pulled a gun out and cocked it back at my child, and he's standing in his own damn doorway because he was standing like this.
Officers wouldn't cock around.
She did, because I said something to Stalker, because I told Stalker to make her take off her shit, because I wanted to whoop her ass. And she was just like, I'm sorry, I thought, don't think. He's in his doorway. If he's standing like this, and he's in his doorway, what did you have to do that for? If you're too scared, then you don't need to be out here.
Well, like I said, I don't know the experiences before, but those ones, you said somebody came up to her. This one, she put herself in this situation. So, like I said, I don't know about the other situations. She inserted herself. She was yelling. Like I said, she was being disorderly.
Yeah, about her siblings, yes.
Yeah, I know. So, that's all. We're trying to get her name. We didn't want to do anything. All right. We really didn't. We was just trying to get a name.
Well, he didn't tell you. He has all their information. He knows us.
We didn't know hers. I didn't get it this morning either.
Oh, he knows everything. So. Between him, Scoggins, and him, they know all my kids' names, so why nobody asked them? They could have told you who my kids were. This is how much they come out here and talk.
And then I heard you say something as you came up, and nobody was in your house. I don't know who told you that.
Oh, he said that himself that, oh yeah, we bum rush your house.
No. We went to the house because she was trying to push him inside. When he was inside, she got in front of the door. Nobody went in the house. Then that's when we detained her. Nobody went in your house, man.
Well, you need to tell your detective to stop lying, because that's what he just told me, that you guys went in my house.
I didn't know. No, ma'am. Me and him were the ones at the door that detained him, and nobody got past us.
You know me. What's up?
Okay, you know me. Nobody went in your house. I give you my word. I was there. Now the investigator stood at the door. He never went in. Your son came out on his own. No officer went inside your house. I give you my word on that.
All right, so what's up with Detective?
He's out here dealing with somebody. Just like I came out here last time, and your daughter over here kept running her mouth, kept yelling at everybody, kept trying to act all, Billy Badass. What I tell you then, it was going to wind up and turning into this. I told you that last time she did that stuff with me, that she was going to wind up getting charged with it. And that's exactly what happened. Because I understand you trust your daughter to look after your son when you're not here. Eyes of the law, we show up. I explained this last time too. Public housing, we have the authority to identify anybody we find in public housing. She can't stop that. You can't even stop that. You have to be there if we are questioning your children in regards, or any questions that could incriminate them. So if I'm going to sit there and question your son about what may or may not have happened over here in Precinct 3, I need you present. To identify him, I do not need you present. I would like it just for cooperation's sake, but I don't have to have it legally.
Okay, see, everybody got something different to say.
And this is what I explained. I don't know the other one's name, but his mama's out here. I explained it the same way. All we were trying to do, and we made that clear, we were just trying to identify him. Get his name, get his information, confirm where he lived. Now, anything past that, we'd have had you here before we started questioning anything. But then, just like last time, Your daughter wants to start shooting off her mouth, talking about how she's gonna go off in a minute. Start running around, screaming, hollering, acting like she's about to throw down with everybody out here, getting everybody else out here riled up. And just like I told you last time, what it turned into. Now she charged for it. Last time we let her walk off. This time, no. Yeah, all we did was detain him. Because the same thing I told you last time. In public housing, we have the right and authority to identify anybody we find in public housing. Because it's public housing, that's the law. We asked him to identify, he decided he wants to run around, show out, act a fool. So he detained until we could positively identify him. Past that, that's where the investigative method comes from.
Why did he didn't tell you who he was?
Trust me.
This ain't that one get him riled up. Everybody over there, you know how these kids are. Last time we talked about it too. These kids get everybody amped up, and they want to show out.
But why he didn't tell you guys who he was? I know you know. I know they didn't
because
know.
of her.
But I know you know and he knows.
But like I said, once she started getting everybody amped up, riled up, he stood there for a minute. I mean, he wasn't really cooperating with us, but he wasn't running around acting a fool. Once she got everybody riled up, then he's running in the house. She's trying to block us in the door, talking about, waving her arms, talking about going off on everybody. So now she charged. He's still getting identified, so she ain't changed nothing but the fact that she got a court date in the future.
All right, Mom. So we're going to let her out of the vehicle so I can take that one cuff off her. Can you just please calm her down while we do that?
Oh.
You mentioned me this for what? We got to go. It's orders be fun, though. Because you yell. That's my freedom of speech. I can yell if I want to. You can't tell me how to talk. That's freedom of speech. That's in the law. That's First Amendment, baby. So who don't know their rights? Yeah. But then what's the second charge about? Disorderly conduct. Why? What's disorderly conduct?
Well, basically, the obstruction is because
What's obstruction? What I did? I didn't fight them back. I didn't resist arrest. No nothing. I walked to the car and all.
I was trying to explain all that.
So what's obstruction?
because when they were trying to talk.
And it's on camera. So what's obstruction? If they talk to me and I don't have to legally say nothing back.
They were trying to make Big identify himself.
And I told, and he knew that the officer, right? They seen him come out the house. So how you gonna make a child identify themselves? If you seen him come out the house, then he clearly got no shoes on. He was not outside when y'all first pulled up. That's what I'm saying. So again, man, where my camera at? Because all that shit was recorded.
I can explain it to you.
Y'all right? All that shit was recorded. All that shit was recorded.
Who got the
All
video?
that was recorded. Yeah, Mr. Leader.
Whether she got video or not, ma'am, she needs to step out the car.
Mr. Leader. Tough.
They started come on the sidewalk.
Go to jail.
I tried to explain it to her, but
I be down going forward. Bitch, you gonna have to come get me. I promise you that.
ma'am.
Talking to him?
Why is that people?
The mother pushes back on the obstruction charge. She does not understand it. She says her daughter did not fight, did not resist arrest, walked to the car herself. She asks what obstruction actually means. The officer explains it. Physically hindering an officer from completing an investigation is obstruction. Does not require striking anyone. It does not require fleeing. Physical interference is enough. The sister stepped in front of officers, pulled her brother, blocked the doorway, resisted being seated in the vehicle. Each of those acts independently and certainly together meets the standard under Georgia law. The mother disagrees. She says she has done the same thing herself with officers who came to her home. She says her daughter was just trying to protect her brother the way any family member would. The officer draws the legal line clearly. There is a difference between a parent arriving and stepping in to de-escalate and a sibling physically obstructing an active investigation. The law treats those situations differently. A parent has standing. A sibling acting as babysitter does not have the same legal authority to halt an identification process. Emergency contact on a school form is not legal guardianship in the eyes of law enforcement during a criminal investigation. Now here is where the officer says something that deserves direct examination. He invokes public housing authority. He says, in public housing, we have the right and authority to identify anybody we find in public housing. Let us be precise about this because it matters. Public housing residents have Fourth Amendment rights. The Supreme Court has been clear on this. Living in public housing does not strip you of constitutional protections. However, public housing authorities often have lease agreements with law enforcement that grant broader access to common areas for investigative purposes. The officer is likely referencing this framework. but it is not unlimited. It does not mean residents have no rights. It does not mean officers can identify anyone for any reason at any time. It means that in the context of an active investigation in a common area of a public housing complex, the authority to conduct an investigative stop and request identification is on stronger ground than it might be on a purely public street. The officer also draws a distinction that is legally important and practically significant. He separates identification from questioning. He says he needed the young man's name, not his statement about the shooting. He says he would not have questioned him without the mother present, but that identification does not require her. That distinction is legally sound, and it is the distinction that should have been explained clearly to the sister the moment she arrived rather than after she was already in handcuffs. That is the moment this whole situation could have gone differently. Not legally. Legally, the officers were within their authority at almost every step. But practically, a clearer earlier explanation of the difference between identification and questioning delivered before the crowd gathered and before the sister felt she had no choice but to physically intervene might have changed the outcome for everyone standing on that pavement. The daughter is released from the vehicle. She gets one cuff removed. She invokes the First Amendment and says yelling is protected speech. She is partially right. Yelling at officers is generally protected speech under the First Amendment. Courts have consistently held that verbal criticism of police, even loud and profane verbal criticism, is constitutionally protected. But the obstruction charge is not based on her yelling. It is based on her physical conduct, stepping in front of officers, blocking the doorway, resisting being seated. Those physical acts are what the charge rests on, not her words. Both children are released. The daughter has a court date. The shots fired investigation closes with no shell casings, no property damage, and no injuries found at the scene. No evidence, no shooter identified, no charges related to the original call, just a family with another encounter on their record, and a daughter with a court date for trying to protect her brother from a system that has already put bruises on her face, body slammed her sister, and drawn a weapon on her brother in his own doorway. The law gave the officers the authority to do what they did. Almost every step they took was legally defensible. The stop was lawful. The identification request was lawful. The detention was lawful. The obstruction charge was legally grounded. And none of that changes what this family has been through, or why a young man standing near a shots fired scene decided that giving his name to police was a risk he was not willing to take. That tension does not resolve neatly. It does not have a clean legal answer. And any channel that tells you it does is not giving you the full picture. Proof on record gives you the full picture. Even when it is uncomfortable, know your rights before you need them. And if you are a parent in a community where your children have already learned to fear the people who are supposed to protect them, document everything, every encounter, every badge number, every incident, because documentation is the only thing that turns a pattern into a record. And a record is the only thing the law knows how to read. Nothing in this video is legal advice. We are not practicing attorneys. Everything here is for education, awareness, and accountability. This is proof on record.